So hey, what's up guys, Riotbox here and welcome to a brand new episode of the MotoGP 20 career mode. We're back here for the next round, which is going to be Assen, and then we'll be heading out to Finland to try and get a decent result there for once, but we've got a few admin stuff to take care of. New candidate available, but I'm happy with who we've got at the minute. In terms of searching for a factory ride, well, we're still a little bit of a ways to go. We still don't have a reputation good enough to convince Monster Yamaha, so we've got to work on our rep, and to do that you need to get good results. But we lead the championship still. If you missed the last episode, I tell you what, it was the best episode ever of this career mode. It was such a fun race, yeah. For now, we are going to crack on with a little bit more development. I'm going to wait till I get 500 more points. In terms of this, I'm going to wait till we get at least 3.5 grand. So we're going to keep the research going. So let's head down then to the Dutch Grand Prix, where hopefully we can get our championship back on track and get a few more wins under our belt, or at least podiums. So we're here in Q2, and I seem to have disconnected from the servers, for the milestone servers for the game, because we have the number 83 on the front of our bike and we have a green helmet which doesn't belong to us, so we're gonna have to just live with that for this episode. That's pretty annoying. So yeah, out of our usual style today, we've got the number 83 on board and a green helmet. That's not usually what we rock, but maybe it's time to look for a new helmet at this stage in the series. Maybe we should go for a green one. I do quite like the look of the green, matches the bike. So yeah, I've got to try and do a 31 flat anyway, just to try and beat Marquez. So let's see if we can do that over the course of this lap. I really do like Assen, but the AI are very competitive here, so it might be tricky. We're still half a second off through the second sector. Let's see if we can put in a good third and fourth sector. Come across the line then. Oh, 4 tenths off of Marquez. Not a brilliant lap time here in Q2. And that's going to do me for the session. It's going to look like it's going to be third row of the grid. Hopefully we can have better race pace, but yeah, Davi only managed 31.2 that second row, but still better than our third row. So let's see then, qualifying, well, I mean the race now, sorry. We're going to go for a soft front. I'm going to go for a hard rear. I'm going to fully load up the bike. So yeah, that's going to do me, I think. So like I said, we're going to have to put up with a number 83 strapped to the front of our bike for this episode. Unfortunately. And also a different helmet. Yeah, 83 doesn't suit us. It's in the style of Marquez's number as well, which I'm not too pleased about. But there he is on the front row anyway. See what we can do then. We've got extra fuel, so we can go power mode 2 if we need to. I really do prefer my number. That's what I'm most upset about. And let's see what we can do then. Coming to turn number 1, we've made such a good start that we've made it from P8 to P3. That's not like us to get really good starts. We're going to slot in front of Dovizioso as well. And that's going to be us up into P2 for now. So I'm going to slot back down the power mode 1 for this lap. Let's just see if we can sight out Marquez and just sit in behind him. Is he going to have the pace to absolutely clear off? Davi seems to have dropped back a little bit. I don't know if he made a mistake or something, but he seems to have dropped right off of us. Let's see if we can go with Marquez for now. I've got a soft in the front and a hard in the rear, so we should be okay. Let's just see if we can tuck him behind for now. It's Kimi Ring next, which I'm not looking forward to. The Finnish Grand Prix. Not looking forward to that race. Not looking forward to Brno either. It's the middle of the season, which I don't really enjoy. Kimi Ring, Brno and Saxon Ring are 3 tracks I do not really like, but we have to get through them. And once we're through them, we get to do our home Grand Prix at Silverstone, which I absolutely love, so that's good news. And at the minute, well, Marquez is checking out a little bit. He's got the gap to about a second, and Crutchlow behind as well on the Honda, so obviously the Honda is working well around here at Assen, which is probably my favourite track on the GP calendar. I absolutely love it. So 6/10 off of Marquez then at the end of lap number 1. Let's see if we can close him down, but he needs to get a few wins if he wants to take the championship. But of course we don't want to make it easy for him, so I need to at least pile on the pressure. Maybe he'll make a mistake, or maybe we'll be able to get the win here. We'll see. We've got Crutchlow behind as well, and I expect Davi to come back up the order to recover from his mistake that he made. Let's have a look. He's in 5th place by the looks of it. Let's go power mode 2 for a little bit. Starting to lose touch with Marquez, so I need to start to reel him in if I can. So if I need to use power mode 2 for now, I will. Just don't know if I've got the race pace to go with Marquez. He's checking out a little bit, and I'm having to push just to try and keep with him, let alone close him down. But that's what power mode 2 is for. But I'm having to use power mode 2 at the minute just to try and keep touch with Marquez here. But I have got extra fuel, so we should be able to use it for quite a bit over the course of the lap. So let's see. Crutchlow, I don't think we're going to have to really worry about him too much. He's going to be here with us all race, but I don't think he's going to cause too much of an issue. But here we go, 8/10 off of Marquez. We closed him down a couple of tenths over the course of this lap, using that extra power mode, helping us out a little bit into the final chicane. Get a good run out the final corner. Chase down Marquez if we can. 32.3, 32.4 from us, and that's us pushing a little bit more. I'm going to drop it back into power mode 1 then for this lap, but I'm going to push in terms of my riding just to try and stay with the Spaniard. He's really checking out at the minute, although we've closed him back in over the first sector. This is good. Come on, Aprilia. I think he's just 25 points off us in the championship or something like that. But Davi's not been able to go with us, so that's interesting. And he's stuck behind Crutchlow and Quartararo. So, yeah, this could be an interesting race for the championship. Let's see if we can stick with Marquez, though, through turn 7 and 8. Coming through 7 now. Chuck it in a little bit wide in the entry into turn 8. But, whoa, lose it over the curb a little bit. It's slippy, those curbs. You do not want to touch the curbs with these slick tyres. They're quite bumpy as well, especially some more than others. Oh, I don't know where we're going to be able to get Marquez. Whoa, slip from the rear there. Just asking for the power a bit, and Marquez has checked out a little bit through that sector, but we're still sort of with him. I am pushing to stay with him though. Not like at Catalonia where we were behind Davi, and I was quite comfortable going with him until the last lap when he did really check out a little bit. I run it a bit deep. That's going to cost us time. We run wide at turn 18. Just trying to push it. You can tell I'm pushing, making those little minor mistakes are going to cost us though. 8/10 off of Marquez. Come on. I think Crutchlow's pushing as well. I didn't think Crutchlow was going to be a bit of an issue, but he's still there. So is Quartararo. Davi's dropped off, which isn't good for him in the championship. Saying that, neither is this. This isn't good for us in the championship, and Marquez wins. But it's a long old championship, of course. It's 20 rounds, so we should be fine. Just whether Crutchlow gets us. Rossi's only P17. Yamaha need a boost. They've struggled over the last few seasons. They really need a boost. And I'd like to be the person that gives on that boost. That'd be great if we could do that. But 9/10 off of Marquez at the minute. Still going with him, and Crutchlow's closing us. Quartararo's going with Crutchlow too. I'm feeling confident about my tyres as well. This tyre choice seemed to work. It's worked at a couple of tracks. I've gone hard rear and soft front. Really working for us. A medium might have been better, but we would be getting some overheating, and we'd be getting quite a lot of wear on the right hand side. That's what I remember from last season. And Marquez has checked out to about a second, but I think we've closed him down through this sector. But we run it deep a little bit again. We followed that same line we took last lap, and it's not worked out. And he checks out another 0.2 of a second. He says fast lap of the race. Marquez means business today, chaps. Don't know if we're going to be able to beat him, so it's going to be about damage limitation. P2. We've got to think big picture on long term. Let him win here. It's okay. We'll find another battle where we'll be able to win rather than push and potentially fall off. We don't want that to happen. But I do need to keep ahead of Crutchlow and Quartararo, who are going very quickly at the minute. I don't know where Dovizioso is. 1.2 seconds behind is Crutchlow. Flip the bike a little bit. Front tyre on the right hand side isn't looking fantastic. 1.1 seconds off from Marquez. I'm going to go power mode 2 again. We've got some extra fuel, so I'm going to use it if I can. Crutchlow's dropped off as Marquez seems to have stepped up the pace, and I'm able to go with him. Not to close him down, but I could go with him at least, which is going to help us out because it means Crutchlow hopefully won't be able to get us. I think they've slowed down a little bit, whether they're struggling with their tyres or whether they've just backed off for this lap. I don't know what they're doing, but our number 83 machine today is going on nicely. Just got the final chicane to navigate now. Bit better through there. Bit clunky on the switching the bike over though. 32.204. Oh, Marquez has gone even quicker. Told you he upped his pace and we've upped it. But still not enough to go with him. This is absolutely relentless stuff. Just trying to chase down the Spaniard. Our championship rival as whoa! Little mistake there from us. That's cost us 2/10. Is Quartararo ahead of Crutchlow now? Has Crutchlow ran out of tyres or something? So I think I think Quartararo is ahead. Can't tell, we'll tell through this next sector split. No, it's still Crutchlow ahead. Right. I've got the tyres now to go for the rest of the race. Confident about fuel as well. We'll make it to the end. So let's just go all out. Let's just dig deep, see if we can close down Marquez, who's checked out a little bit further over this lap. So final lap down, 31.8. We go 31.9. We just can't beat him today. He's just turned up the wick today and we can't go with. But I'm just going to dig deep on this final lap. Got some spare fuel we can use at the second half of the lap. But I'm really pushing now as we run wide at turn 3. Come on. Oh! See what I mean by pushing it? That's not good. Come on. Oh! Get back on the track. That was scary stuff, and now we're luckily still in P2, but we got damage. Got to stay ahead of Crutchlow if we can. Oh, don't want to make any more mistakes. I was just pushing too hard to stay with Marquez, and it wasn't working out for us, unfortunately, but we've got to stay ahead of Crutchlow. That was scary. Luckily, we had a big enough gap. I was just like, oh my god, it's just that patience. You just have to be so patient, and it's horrible waiting for the game to reset your bike. It takes forever. It's ridiculous. I suppose it is realistic. If you fall off a bike, it's going to take you a long time to get back onto it, but let's just bring the bike home now. No mistakes. I wonder who's going to get the final step of the podium though, Quartararo or Crutchlow. Out the final corner then, Marc Marquez takes the win. Absolute domination from Marc. We come home in second place after a scary end, let's say, to that race. But 31.8 from Marc Marquez. Brilliant stuff from him. Davi only got 5th, so that's going to spice up the championship. And it's now Marquez in second place, just 20 points behind us. So a good race in the end overall, even though if it was a little bit scary. And we're still ahead of Ducati in the constructors. So next up is going to be Finland, a track where it's going to be, unfortunately, another damage limitation race. If we can get on the podium, that'd be great. But I think we're going to be more realistically aiming for a top 5. So let's head down to qualifying then, out at Finland, and see how we get on. So we can start to develop this final node down the enhanced cornering section for the frame. So let's get onto that, shall we? Hopefully it comes with a decent amount of time left in the season. It's not looking good at the minute. 17 weeks. Get down to 13 weeks. Get it down a little bit further if we can. So for the last sort of quarter of the season, we should get a decent frame on the go. So that's good. 8 weeks time we will get it. So in 8 weeks time, where will we be? So either for Misano or Silverstone we'll get that new frame part. In terms of engine though, do I carry on saving for this 6,000 bit? I don't know if we'll get a chance, but we might have to go for this improved delivery at 3.5. But nonetheless, we've got another week at least before we can start developing the next part of the engine. But for now, let's head into the Finnish Grand Prix. Out the final corner then in Q1, 45.2 is the time to beat. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. 45.1 just about. So let's end off the session. Hopefully that's good enough to get through. Oh. 4th place. So then, disappointing. But let's see then. I knew I was going to struggle here. It's more about following someone if we can. I'm going for medium, front and rear. A few rising on for softs, but I'm not taking any risks. Quartararo leads from Rossi and Rins. Obviously suiting the Yamaha and the Suzuki a little bit more around here. Let's say the Honda or the Ducati. And our Aprilia, obviously, but I think that's more down to me. I still haven't really learnt the track. So, whereas the other tracks we've been playing since like MotoGP 13, so we sort of know it off like the back of our hands. So, got a bit of work to do here in the race, but it should make it interesting. The second race of the episode today. Let's see what we can do then. Chuck it into number 2. Need to be careful for our championship as well. I don't want to have another DNF. Well, I say another DNF. Another crash like at the Saxon Ring. So let's see what we can do. Whoa! Contact with Petrucci. Polo Spargo, I think, clipped our rear or something. Or no, that might have been. He might have been further back. But someone definitely rammed us in the rear. And we're into P12. Well, we maintain P12. No, we're up to P12. I can't remember where I started on the grid, but late on the brakes at the end of the straight. And that is good. Quartararo still leads off for the front though. Whoa! Vignales up our inside. Whoop. Morbidelli trying to come through as well. The Yamaha seems to work well around here at the King Ring. So at least we've got that to look forward to if we eventually get on the Yamaha. And let's see then what we can do. Trying to hunt down Morbidelli. Whoa, Nakagami up our inside. Right, then exit in the final corner. There's a crash behind it. It's Binder down on the KTM. Where can we get these guys? I need to get through on them if I can. Trying up the inside of Nakagami. Whoa, contact there. Whoa, just about. Whoa, Morbidelli and Crutchlow. Getting on Morbidelli. Here we go, up the inside. He backed off there. They check up really weirdly. And Crutchlow is checked up as well. So then, next on the list is Vignales and Davi, who are battling it out. Davi needs to get some good results for himself in the championship, or else he's going to lose touch with us and Marquez, and I need to get a good result because Marquez will catch us in the championship. I think I need at least a P5 anyway to get some reps, so I need to get past Vignales really. So let's get a move on if we can. See if we can find a way through on the man himself, Andrea Dovizioso. I think a soft tyre in the front would have suited us better. So in your guys' races, if you do this race, put a soft in the front and a medium in the rear. That's your best chance, I think. And we're through on Davi. Didn't really put much up of a fight, did he? Into the final corner now. So one more position to gain just to get some reps. So let's go power mode 2 for a little bit. Quartararo 45.6, 7/10 quicker than us. And I bet Marquez wasn't banking on him being in the way here today for him. But let's see them. Tucking behind Maverick Vignales. A little bit far back to pick up too much of a toe, but it's going to give us a little bit of a push, and Davi's fallen even further back. But we're coming now on the brakes at the end of this very long straight. You have to be so careful in the race. In qualifying, you can brake so much later than in the race, I find. In qualifying, I brake at the second orange marker on the right-hand side, but in qualifying, in the race, actually, I brake at the shadow before the final orange marker. Just don't want to fold the front. The bike's heavier, the tyres aren't at their best either, so just got to look after that and try not to fold the front. We almost went flying into the grass. I was holding my breath. Come on, let's get him. We're about a second off of Vignales. So we can do into the final corner. I'm going to go power mode 2 for the first half of this lap. Try and get a decent exit. Vignales ran very wide, using the whole width of the track. 45.5 from Marquez. These guys to battle, really. Come on, Miller, get Rins. Do something about it. And then they might slow each other up. That's all we can hope for. I've got Morbidelli who's going very quickly right now behind us. So Miller's checking out Vignales as well. So it's all a bit intense right now here. And there's another crash. It's Tito Rabat on the Avintia there. Not ideal for him. And I'm struggling just to close the gap now. Look at this. Back on the power. The rear tyre's struggling. It's overheating a little bit. And luckily for now, Marquez is in second place. But I feel like he might get Quartararo. Wonder if Miller can hold on to P4. Vignales is looking very quick right now. 45.5 from Quartararo. He's reacted to Marquez. It's turn number 1 we go. We close up on Maverick. We've started to close up again, so we might be able to pick them off. Come on. I'm going to push it on the braking zone this time round, and we're in the slipstream of Maverick Vignales. Here we go. Closing on the Spaniard on the Yamaha. Brake then really late. Oh, get it slowed down. Stick your leg out. Come on, do everything. Get a parachute. Whatever you have to do to slow the bike down. We've done it, and we're through into P5 now. Can we hold on? Can we close down a few more positions? I can see Marquez better now. Interesting to see what their battle turns into, but I could pick up a few more positions on Jack Miller. Oh, we're stuck. He's covering his inside line well. Whoa! Maverick almost took us out. Just what we want. Come on. A little bit on the grass there. It's not ideal. Scary stuff. Whoa! What is he doing? Chill, man. He's costing us time, this guy. Davi suddenly set a 45.2. Where's that sort of pace come from? Late race pace from Davi and his Ducati. Who's gone down? Vignales gone down behind. What did he do? What did he do? I think he just went in too hot and just slid down, so that's not good for Yamaha. We're about a second off of Miller as well, so I don't know if we're going to be able to close him down. I haven't got the tyres anymore. If anything, I just need to try and hold on to P5. We're trying to get that reputation. We need to get our reputation up so we can try and get a full factory ride next season. That is the aim. If not, we'll have to go for a customer team or something, or start our own team. 45.2 from Quartararo, going very quickly. We do 45.8 as the fuel starts to come off. 44.9 from Rins. The guys up the road really are up in the pace. That's why we can't go with them. And Miller's lost touch with the Suzuki there of Rins too. So you can definitely tell they're starting to push. I need to keep Morbidelli behind at bay as well. So look at our rear tyre as well. It's absolutely shot. So if you're going to go around here, you need a medium front and a hard rear. That's what I think anyway. But we're keeping Morbidelli at bay for now. Coming around the final corner then for the final time. We're going to end off in 5th place. We hold off Morbidelli, and his teammate Quartararo wins from Marquez. So Marquez, while we're struggling, he really needs to make the most of our struggles, really. He only got 2nd place. It was much better to get 1st place. But yeah, Marquez 11 points off us in the championship. So this is turning into a bit of a two-way race for the championship now. Davi's starting to struggle, but look at that Repsol Honda taking over at the top. It's very tight. Petronas Yamaha is still there in the team rankings as well, so it's very, very tight in all championships at the minute. So a very exciting season. That's been it for today's episode, though. I really do hope you guys have enjoyed this series so far and are continuing to enjoy this championship race. We're currently doing really well, so hopefully we can take the championship. Let me know what teams you want to go for next season. I don't think we're going to get a top ride, so try not to suggest factory teams if you can. Really, it's whether you want me to go Suzuki, Pramac, or Petronas. So let me know down below. But for now, that's been it, and I will see you guys in the next one.